So I'm going to fire away with my questions, if that's okay.
Let's do it, Rach.
Perfect. So most people know you from The One and Only, and I've got to admit, I cannot get that song out of my head. No, not ever. I mean, I've been singing it all week because I know that obviously you got this interview coming up. People know you from that song. What is it like to have a song that just lasts, well, I want to say it will last a lifetime, right?
I mean, it looks that way. It's going that way, isn't it? It's been 35 years, actually, to this week,
Wow.
when I put it out.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And it's a song that I think means so much to so many people. You know, how do you feel? How does that make you feel as an artist?
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful that, you've kind of, I guess, connected with people in some way, and that's the beautiful thing about music, isn't it? That it can do that in different ways with different people. And I just feel like when you have a record like that kind of, went out and found its own connections with people, and in different ways that, like, you almost give up ownership to it. It's like, it's not really that side of it. It's not anything to do with the artist. It's I mean, obviously I have something to do with it a little bit,
but like, to do with it, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I mean that, it's like memories. You have your own memories, and you have your own, when people that were with me since the beginning, they'll get taken back to their youth or whatever when they hear that record, and they're like, oh yes, I remember doing my homework to that song, or
That would be me, actually. I remember doing my homework to that song. But your rise was obviously 90s, and what's something that people would often kind of misunderstand or maybe kind of not realize about your rise to fame?
Well, I mean, I came from a rock and roll upbringing. So my dad was in a band called the Tremolos from the 60s, and so because of that, I always had guitars propped up in every corner. I watched my dad's friends all on stage, and it was all about jamming with friends and just being a part of a musical kind of collection of people. And I just always thought that's how it would work for me. I thought I'd be part of a band, or I didn't think it would come as kind of a heartthrob type of thing, like a pop star thing. I thought I would be.
You can say heartthrob. We all agree.
Yeah, that's not the way I thought it would happen, to be quite honest with you. But so, I mean, that's something.
You've had such a varied career. So, I mean, how do you think you've most changed as an artist?
That's interesting. I think in my songwriting, it's probably, as you get older, you've had a lot more life experience, and you get a little deeper and stuff like that. So I think my songwriting has changed quite a lot over the years, just to reflect just the different things that have happened. And it's like I used to kind of write songs just about anything, and just kind of put it out there. But nowadays it's kind of like, I feel like if I'm writing a song for myself, it has to be about something, deeper than that. Yeah. And I think that's just, I mean, this latest album is absolutely testament to that. I have, there are some kick the doors down hot bangers or whatever, but in there, but I tackled some, kind of deeper subjects and on this, and it was very therapeutic and cathartic, and songs that kind of had to be written, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It was painful at times. But I'm really, really glad I did do that, and I think that's what has changed in the way that I approach my art. It's like it has to be personal if it's going to mean something, and I think if it's personal and means something and comes from the heart for the artist, then that's when people will find their connection to it,
and people can resonate with stuff that's happening.
And resonate, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think nowadays people want authenticity, and I think if that comes from your songwriting, then that's a brilliant thing. So, you've also had some other ventures lately, and Celebrity Big Brother was one of them. Do you think that's really helped maybe kind of introduce a new audience to you, and maybe people who hadn't heard of you before in the younger generation have now discovered you, and there's a whole new fan base there?
Well, it does seem to be that way, and my gigs are kind of very, varied demographic, shall we say. Yeah, it's interesting because, sometimes, I mean, before that, I would get people shouting out, "You're the one and only," or whatever. now I get, younger people kind of saying, "Are you that guy from Big Brother?"
I mean, you're known, so whichever one is a good thing. But obviously, you've got shows coming up locally to us, so we're kind of between Norwich and Colchester. So I'm covering both.
Oh, perfect. East Anglia-ish.
Sneak along and obviously get some tickets myself. But what can people look forward to? Because you've got your UK tour starting very soon. What can we expect from you on this?
It's this one I'm really trying to make it extra fun. We're going to do some really fun kind of games and stuff like that on stage, but I just want it to be more than anything else an experience. Really, I want people to come, leave their inhibitions at the door, come and relive their youth. Obviously, musically, I will be bringing out the old stuff, peppering it with some of the new album, which obviously is amazing as well. That's doing really well right now, that album, and some some bangers along the way. So yeah, my most important thing is just to make this a really fun night. There's a lot of people that have kind of stuck with me all through the years, and I feel like there's a little community there, and we're all kind of the same kind of age, and we've all got kids and everything. And, so I feel like that night is going to be a special one hopefully to remember.
And how do you pick what songs go into that set list? It must be quite difficult.
It is quite difficult. It's funny because I tend to put my ideas together, and then I bring it to the management, and they're like, don't think you should do that one, but maybe we should do, or if you do it, maybe do it different, and then because I have quite a good relationship with my manager now, and it's quite fun to creatively go through it together, and then find out. And it's not just the songs, as I said, it's how I do them.
Yeah.
So maybe kind of breaking down a song and that was like a rock and roll song, and make it a little bit more piano based or something like that. Just kind of just mix it up a little bit.
Oh, that's great. Perfect. Well,
find some deep cuts.
Yeah. And I do hear, speaking of your management team, that you have a very special person who helps you on your side. I believe your wife is very involved, and every good man needs a good woman beside him. So
behind every good man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so
you're right there.
You spent some time in LA, and you are now back in the UK. What made you head to LA in the first place and kind of end up full circle back in the UK again?
We went over there with just one word in mind, which is adventure. It was kind of weird, really. We had a good life over here, a nice house, and kids were in good schools, and work was going well for me and for Chrissy and everything. And we were just, there was one moment we were at the back of the garden with a glass of wine, and I said to my wife, "Life's good, isn't it? It's, and kids are happy, everything." She's like, "Yeah, but is this it?" So. So with those three words, it's like life is short. You've got to kind of jump at things and try things out, and sometimes it's okay to jump off a cliff. If it doesn't work, you can always climb back up,
Yeah, and it's who you jump off the cliff with, isn't it? So.
Well, that is very, very important. Yeah. Yes, that is everything.
Speaking about the new album, I've had a few little tasters sent through, and it's really great. I have to say, I've really enjoyed a lot of the songs. And what can you tell us a bit more about the new album?
Well, I mean, I started this whole process with my friend Jake Gosling, who is a producer. He discovered Ed Sheeran. He's worked with everyone from Sam Smith to Paloma Faith in One Direction. And, I mean, he's like one of those A-list producers. And we were having a beer. I've known him for years, and he's like, "We should do something for you. Let's get together." So we got together one summer's day, and two guitars sitting outside in the sun, and we wrote this song in 20 minutes. It was just came out, you got a good one when that happens. Yeah. And then literally within a couple of hours we had a track, and we pretty much had it all, this one song done, and it was so fun and so quick and so easy that the pair of us were like, "Well, that was fun. We need to do an album." So we started putting a team. Yeah, we started putting a team together, and it was just a merry bunch of friends, really. I had Nick Kershaw, my old friend, come in. We wrote a couple of songs with him, and then a couple of friends from LA, and my brother on the drums. We were just having fun, and we started making the music, and it was just coming out so fun, and the energy in the room was just definitely just going straight onto the music.
Very organic then.
Yeah, so organic. But then, behind that, I started bringing Jake songs that I had written, that were, should we say, like cathartic, therapeutic, painful, difficult to write, but had to be written. So I didn't think that it was going to be part of this project. I just thought, I'm just going to play him these songs just because he's a mate, you know. And he was like, okay, so we now have the heart of the album. So then we started recording all of these other songs that were just kind of raw, should we say, raw lyrically, meant something and very close to my heart. So that's the album. It's a game of two halves.
Yeah. Do you feel like you fulfilled something within you now?
Yeah, but it also awoke something within me. So yes, it's not that it's fulfilled. It was like they had to come out. It was like, you know, it just had to come out. Yeah. And so and I just haven't stopped there. I've kept going. I'm still writing now for the next project. So it definitely it's awoken the Kraken.
Okay, so there's more to come then. So what's the biggest lesson you would say you've learned in 3 decades of being in the music industry?
Well, it's very easy to be kind of brought down by the music industry because it can be really challenging and you have to be very thick-skinned, really. But most importantly, I think you have to have tenacity and faith and belief and the knowledge that, like, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I've mentored young artists over the years, and you can always tell the ones that might have a chance of making it. And it's not necessarily the talented ones, although that helps. But it's the ones that have, that power, passion, and just unflinching belief. You know, the ones that sleep with their guitars.
Yeah. And that's so important.
Yeah.
I think probably, you know, a life kind of lesson to learn for everyone. You know, if you want something bad enough, you'll work tirelessly until you get it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's it. And I think that's a kind of a lesson for learned, but just learned it by just being who I am, really, and then realizing, oh, that's what I did, and then seeing other people that maybe don't have the same kind of, because I never had a backup plan.
Yeah.
You know, and actually I think that worked in my favour, because I didn't. What? I mean, I'm not going to do music. That'd be ridiculous. I mean, it is me. You know, music, that is me. So that's what I think I've learned, and that's what I kind of pass on a little bit to the artists that I've worked with over the years, and my kids. You know, like I see it in my youngest. He has just the same kind of, you know, total unflinching belief, and he just does it. You know.
Brilliant. How old are your kids?
24, 22, and 20.
Oh, brilliant. I mean, I've got a 6, 4, and 1-year-old, so I feel like I'm in the fast lane. Storm at the moment. Yeah, definitely. But I think, you know, it's lovely that, you know, your kids are, it sounds like they're following in their father's footsteps. So watch this space.
Yeah. Hey. Totally. Definitely watch this space, especially with my youngest. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's great. Well, I think that kind of comes to the end of my questions. I know I've only got a little short time, but can we try a selfie?
Let's try it.
Because this is a new thing for me, because usually I do all my interviews on the phone. So
let's try it.
There we go. Perfect. That's so great. Well, thank you ever so much for your time. And like I say, I'm really going to try and make it along to on the shows if I can get childcare. This is the thing at the moment.
Of course.
Yeah, the little ones actually. Of course. So yeah, but it's been really a pleasure speaking to you. Obviously, big fan myself. And you are my one and only.
Oh, bless you. Well, hopefully I'll see you in Colchester or Norwich then.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll speak to you soon.
All right, Rach.
Take care.
Take care now. Lots of love.
Bye.